I would say Jan Vertonghen. Whether it be at centre-back, full-back or wing-back, he's comfortable on the ball and likes to step up the pitch. And
Ivanovic has been caught there, it's a foul. Chelsea, the most prolific team in the league this season. So what now? Hazard was pulsing down that left-hand side. Header! He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
Chelsea had players queuing in the box in that situation, and they've still got nothing to show for it. What a complete and utter waste.
Oh, good delivery, almost the perfect outcome.
Oh, is that really good enough? The delivery was pinpoint for me, very, very accurate, and yet he failed to convert it, and he has to find a bit more composure than that.
Oh, look, they've started with such intensity, but maybe they just need to add a little composure to their finishing.
And it's a goal! Lloris did well the first time, nothing he could do about the follow-up.
Oh, Peter, you can't teach that. You either have it or you don't. His anticipation is on another level to everyone else's. Superb.
Tottenham didn't expect this, that's for sure. What can they do now? Ericsson. Kyle Walker. Alderweireld positions himself well and cuts it out. Chelsea turned on the style in their last outing. The fans will want more of that. Now it's Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min floats one over. It's Son Heung-min! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
I love to see a team closing down from the front like that, and I think they did brilliant to win it back and get the shot away.
Chelsea are already ahead, the perfect start.
Well, they've managed to get their noses in front early because they've been much quicker out of the stalls. They've set a high tempo and intensity, and look as though they want it much more at the moment.
And it's Rose. And that's a throw. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Good idea, just poorly executed. Lamela. Tries a through ball. Now here's the through ball. Lovely feet. There are a few waiting for it. The referee's awarded a free kick. The referee has shown him a yellow card. Chelsea scoring in the first 10 minutes to make it 1-0. Lamela. Hazard. Son Heung-min concedes a free kick for that. Zuma. Cesc Fabregas. Promising move that, good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. Chadley. Rose. And they've seen lots of the ball. Trying to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Chadley with the ball through. Ericsson. Chance! Oh, great chance! And a goal!
Oh, we're all back to square one, but I hope this game opens up from here. It looks as if it could happen.
Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
Look, I don't want to take anything away from the finish because he ghosted his way into position, but where was the communication in that defence? Who was taking charge? Nobody.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, in a tight game like this, there was always going to be little to separate them, but he really made that count.
Hazard, he's onside. Neymar! He's scored! And they get themselves in front!
Lloris perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Chelsea get themselves into the lead.
Listen, it's no surprise to me as to who scored the goal. When you look through this team, he's the standout performer with a whole repertoire of different talents. He'll do for me every time.
Here it comes. Halfway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Well, needless to say, he was expecting a better ball than that. Ball's gone out of play. With a delicate ball. Looking for a corner. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Neymar has of course played in Spain previously. It's good progress he's made on the ball. Sends it forward. Now the pass. Hazard. Rose. And it's Fabregas. Zuma. Tottenham getting a lot of touches here, but they're not making much progress. Decent progress down the left. Matic. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, and the vision to get him through was all good, but the execution of the pass wasn't quite right. But importantly, he's holding his line until the very last moment, and that will pay off.
Kyle Walker. Alderweireld. Vertonghen. Chelsea are ahead here. It has been a good half for them. Looks like a good ball through. Zuma does well to read it and intercepts. Matic was a second-half substitute in the last game. Looks to slip it through. Zuma. Matic. Mustafi. Cesc Fabregas. Ericsson. Deftly done. Well played, he saw that coming. Neymar. Passes it through. It's a brilliant interception. Lemel. Ivanovic. Mustafi. And he's got the ball glued to his feet. Cesc Fabregas. Tottenham looked all at sea and terribly vulnerable, but they've got away with it. Willian doing well down the right, but he's left himself in need of support. Cesc Fabregas. A chance! Get that clear. There's the end of the first half. Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. Here we go again. Kyle Walker. And it's Lamela. Zuma comes sliding in. Azar. Tottenham, very impressive in their last outing and brilliantly orchestrated by the manager.
He's a manager who understands how important the bench can be and the timing of substitutions. If needed, he's quick to make changes, and I just think he has more than a plan B.
It's Son Heung-min. A real chance to break. He's off on a marauding run. Who's ball? Who's going to get there? Chadley. Lamela. Kyle Walker. Ball is over the line. And that's another throw. Crunching tackle. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Ericsson. Kyle Walker. Lamela. Not much subtlety, he's launched himself there. Can he shoot? Neymar! One of a type! He's brilliant! And with that goal comes comfort. He was urged to shoot, and he duly delivered.
Well, considering he has a bit of a shoot-on-sight policy, he was the one player that should have been picked up then. It was both careless and costly from where I'm sitting.
Chelsea are 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, they've got themselves into such a good position now with a 2-goal cushion. I wouldn't like to be in their dressing room if they let this one slip.
Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. And he's straight offside. Son Heung-min. Chance to shoot. And in it goes!
Oh, that was a close call, but for me, he timed his run to absolute perfection there to stay just onside. And he's still a lot to do, you know, but I think he's tucked that away really well.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, I think they probably needed an early goal in this half just to give them the confidence and belief to push on and look for an equaliser.
Willian. Cesc Fabregas. To get himself offside. Alderweireld. Looks to dink one in. Danny Rose gets into some space. Ericsson. Matic gets into the right position to intercept. Chelsea haven't made a substitution yet. Vertonghen to the keeper and try something new. Keeper's got good distance on that. Zuma. Azar. Tries a through ball. Play for a throw. It was a move that looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. Chelsea look as though they're about to make a change.
Substitution on the field. Number 4.
Ericsson with the ball through. Oh, good interception. Matic. Neymar has his eye on that match ball.
Well, I think he's got a great chance of ending up with a match ball, provided he doesn't get too carried away with his own personal target now. As long as he keeps working for his team, he should be fine.
Had a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Chelsea made to look sloppy in possession here. Hazard. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. Good clearance now. Can they make something of it? Rose. Chadley. Willian battling down that right flank. Up to meet it! And a second time! No mistake! What about that, Jim Beglin?
I think when you can see the goal like that, the manager has to start questioning his personnel, because to allow someone into that position, totally unmarked, I think that's reckless in the extreme, I really do.
Going to be a change here. There's a man waiting to come on. Chelsea take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, I think that 2-goal cushion they've just manufactured is a fair reflection of what we've seen up to now. It also adds to the psychological divide between the two teams. It could make a big difference.
Aimed forward. And it's Dembele. Looks like a good ball through. Half an hour gone in the second half. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And that's going to be a booking. Well, the players are making their point, but the ref clearly isn't interested. He's waved them all away. Now the cross. Pedro. Looks to slip it through. Neymar. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Now the pass. Zuma is long and forward. Mustafi. Neymar. Pedro. Pedro delivers. It's well blocked, and back out it comes. No, not quite.
Well, that's the kind of break that can do a lot of damage. It just lacked the finish to be a great counter-attacking strike. It was so direct.
Dembele. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. Do you think he's feeling the effects of that tackle? Rapidly approaching the end. The three-game winning streak is coming to an end, it would seem. Pedro crosses it in low. Firmly met. It's a throw. That would have won it.
Oh, that could so easily have been game over. There would have been no way back from 3 behind.
So nearly came off for him.
Yeah, he's definitely a player who looks like he could make something happen every time he's on the ball. He's just full of belief and energy.
Charges in. Good run. Ultimate. No question, that's a foul. To safety. Done very well to intervene. And it's Son Heung-min tries to stroke it through. Chip through. Up he gets! And he's there to make a great save.
Well, the last line of defence came to the rescue when the lines in front weren't looking too clever. Good stop.
Courtois producing a quality save. It's a corner. Well, he's making his point pretty forcefully. I can imagine some fairly colourful language down there.
Well, quite frankly, his defence just didn't do its job then and left him totally exposed. I think he's quite right to be upset about that. It's not good enough and they ought to be told.
Son Heung-min. Information that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Zuma. Tries a through ball. And the defence can get it clear. And the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. And it's Matic. Passes it through. Aimed in towards the centre. Defence has got rid of that.
Oh, listen, I think you can understand at times that the pace of the game pressures players into split-second decisions, and sometimes they just make the wrong one, and I think he would have been better placing that.
And that's that. Chelsea emerge victorious here, and it's no more than they deserve. They were simply the better team. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think it's all about setting the right tone at the start of a match, and if you can back that up with an early goal, it just energises everybody, the whole performance. And